Hello guys, I'm saying guys in this video because this is not the normal content I do. I'm primarily a podcaster, but then I'm deciding to do this content so that in case anyone wants to has been thinking of, I want to do a YouTube channel, but oh my god, it's so hard, I have to know a lot of things. I'm coming here right now today to debunk all of that myth. Okay, number one, intention. When you're starting a YouTube channel, what do you want to communicate? What is it that you want out of this channel? You have to have the right motivation, really. So for me, when I started a YouTube channel, I did nothing to start with YouTube. I didn't even know how to do video content, because here's a backstory, and I'm really straight and to the point. I started out as a writer. I'm primarily a writer, actually. I write fiction, creative writing, copywriting. That's my base. But then the thing about that job description is you're always on the lookout for clients. Oh, who's gonna pay me, and what am I gonna do? And if they decide that they're not looking for you, no money. So that frustrated me, and I was like, how about I bridge that gap between those looking for my services and those I can serve? Why not just bridge it? You get, instead of waiting until someone employs me. So I said, okay, I'm going to start a podcast. And then it took a while for me to narrow down, okay, I'm going to do novels because I love novels. I read novels a lot on a daily basis. So I'm like, why not just gist it? I mean, I'm already good at being so excited and oh my God, you know what happened in this book. So why not just continue with that trajectory? That's what led me into podcasting, right? And podcasting, it's not really that popular in Nigeria yet when it comes to people listen on podcast platforms as it is abroad. So the thing now made me start thinking, okay, where do people visit the most? I was like, oh, YouTube. So that means what if I were to put this on YouTube? Initially, when I started on YouTube, I started with the extension of my audio podcast. That's what you see on YouTube. But then I realized, oh, my audio podcast is gaining no traction. Even I started with shorts, because I was trying to keep it so simple. But I'm like, okay, this is not working. So I have to show my face. And boom, what do I know? I'm a YouTuber. Everything really started with a trajectory. You really have to do something you're passionate about, something you already do without being paid, something you already doing normally, so that even when you say, oh, I think I want to start because I am so tired of this, you'll think, but I already do this, let me just put camera in my face anyhow, let's just be posting it and see what will happen. That's the intention. You want to start with something that you can continue, something that people actually want to hear from, something people casually approach you for. That's what your channel should be about. Okay, then number two, challenges. Okay, personally, when I started, look at the challenges I faced. Okay, my phone, I use an iPhone. My iPhone is 64 gig. And if you know iPhones, you know that is basically no space. I mean, it fills up like water. Okay? So I had issues with my phone space because you want to do videos and you want to do high quality. The other day, one of my friends who's a YouTuber, I followed her specifications for camera and I recorded a video, a less than 30-minute video, and it was nearly 9 gig. I said, what? I had to reduce the specifications. So right now, my quality, the max quality I upload at the moment is 720 pixels, 1080 pixels. I don't go higher than that for now because I'm trying to control my phone space. That's number one challenge I face. Then number two challenge I face is data. Those videos I'm uploading, on top of which money, how much do I make in a month? What I do, I use Glow Network. So in the night, between 12 to 4 a.m. no, 12 to 5, they have this 100 naira 1 gig stuff. It doesn't last as much as it used to. I start weeks usually at that point and at that moment, and I kind of maybe I recharge 500, 100, that's 5 gig, and then I use it to upload the video, you get, and that 1 gig lasts for 5 days. So I can still use it in subsequent nights, maybe to upload more videos or to watch videos that would help me improve my craft, or to edit videos. I'll use that data still. So normally you might see me awake 12 to 5 is I'm trying to use data, night data. Or sometimes around places that have free Wi-Fi zone. Maybe you have a friend who works in an office like that. You can be like, hey, can I come to your office maybe on Wednesday or so? If their office is free enough, you maybe come there once a week or so, and you plan yourself and upload once. And the thing is, you don't have to upload when you have your description ready, your thumbnail ready, and all those things. Just so long as you have edited the main video, upload. You get, set it on private and upload. So once it's there, it's already uploaded. You can delete it from your phone and everywhere else. It's not occupying space anymore. It's already in the air. It's in the cloud, wherever it is. You get. So whenever you're ready, you now add you design your thumbnail, you write your description on your title. You now put before you now hit publish, like you start the video to public. This is how I'm like doing it right now. I'm doing it like messy. I'm doing it scrappy because I don't have a team. I don't have $1 billion in my account. We're just yet. I mean, we're still gonna have that, okay? Go as simple as possible. There's no like highway or low way to go with this. Just do this. Have fun with it. And that challenge I faced, starting is looking good for the camera. I mean, I might be looking nice today, but trust me, usually that stuff wears me out. I'm like, I have to go and have my bath and my hair. I'm gonna do my hair next week, and I have to put on some makeup. Literally, I had an auntie yesterday, yesterday, and she told me, she's about, when you want to do your videos, you want to put on a little more makeup so that you're catchy, so that even when people don't want to maybe watch the video yet, I mean, the fact that you look good might attract them. And I was like, oh, that's so clever. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, it's not like I've been looking like a mad person in my videos, but I just maybe do my eyebrows and put on a lip gloss and a little extra today, just so that if she happens to see this video, she'll be like, ah, she listened to me. Honestly, when you talk about equipment, do I have a tripod? No. Where's my phone resting on? I'm using my power bank to rest the phone, and I'm sitting in the car, so you can see I'm basically being scrappy about this whole thing. And I'm using the car because when it comes to my house, my neighbors make noise. I'm living like, you don't want to know where I live. I'm not going to talk about it. And then another main challenge I face is doing it alone, because when you talk about my main content, when you talk about the novels and bits and the gisting, there's a lot involved in it. Okay, one of my friends who's also, she's fast becoming a top YouTuber, she says that sometimes when she's recording and it's like overwhelming, she just off her camera, she'll go and sleep. I can relate to that, because what? And if you see the kind of multiple setups I've used just to try to record YouTube video, like, tripod is the least of your problems, really. So long as you can get imaginative and there's somewhere to place your phone without it falling, then record the damn thing. Then when you talk about, and that challenge is, oh, how do I find my first subscribers? What's my subscriber count? Almost 600. The first maybe 500 subscribers or so I got, that was family and friends. I literally sent it to everybody in my contact list, and I'm like, I had to pull them up one after the other and say, please subscribe, please subscribe. At that time I had only 160, so I had to like go out basically to the road and say, start approaching people. I got like about 20 subscriptions. I do 15. Then some of my friends now started helping me, maybe reposting. So by the time that happened, I had like 540 at the end of the day. Then right now I think I have maybe 20 plus organic subscribers. I'm telling you, it's that few. So you do have to tell your family and friends, people around you, don't look down on them and say, oh, I don't want them to know yet until I blow. Excuse you. They'd have to see what you are doing to know who they will talk to on your behalf. Like the first 300k contract job I ever got was somebody that used to view my status randomly. A girl you probably think she has nothing to give me. She's a person who saw it and said, oh, I saw this someone's status and they're looking for a voiceover person and I think you're good. So that's how she recommended me for that job, and I just got like 300k and over based on I used to post on my status and talk, and you think nobody's watching, they're seeing. Then lastly, a challenge people have when they start on YouTube that I personally had is, what is it that people want to say on YouTube? Like, what is it they want to see from me? That's still a challenge that I'm tackling by experimenting with different content types. I think I experiment with at least 5 different types of content. I do my normal talking videos on my shorts and reels and TikTok videos, but in this case there's this thing that is really popular right now. Maybe when you write something and said, oh, you describe a scene maybe in 5 in maybe 20 words or less, when you're like, oh, the man comes in when you analyze the entire family, but thinking she was asleep upstairs, and then when he says that, he says, I'm sorry, princess, did I wake you? Like, it's lame, but sometimes you just have to find a hook that's like so good. Or this other one on the screen right now, okay? Like, these are things I see randomly and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should try this out. You see viral content that feels like, oh, it's doable, try it. Like, bring it down to your niche. And the truth is, when you're starting on YouTube, you want to be known for one thing. Don't like jump in 10 different things. Most people know me as someone who maybe does novel gist. When I was starting, I was actually tempted to go into education niche, like this type of content, but then I figured I would easily get bored. That's one. And two, I may struggle based on I don't have proof yet, because the end goal for me basically is I want to be a coach. I want to be able to coach people and say, hey, this is how you can make 1,000 subscribers and thousand on your podcast, on your YouTube. I want to do that ultimately, but then it's I'm going through this process of testing. Like, I'm testing A, I'm testing C, you know, to see what is it that clicks, what do people want to hear from me the most. Okay, so what are the basic things you need, like the tools you need now when starting off on YouTube? It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Okay, all I need right now, I charge my phone, and then sunlight. I don't have any. I'm basically like in a car, and it's evening. It's already past 5 p.m. at the moment, so you can see the quality of light. It's not bad, is it? It's not like it's sunny at this moment. The weather is just dim. So, and if I had used sunshine, I would not even be able to be in this car, because I'll be pouring, I'll be dripping buckets of sweat. So I'll use the bright bulb. I have a bright bulb in my room. And then when you talk about nice background, let it be neat. You're not exactly like looking for a hyper uber background, unless you want to use fake backgrounds. But fake backgrounds will not work if you're doing long form content like mine. That's like 20 minutes plus, 30 minutes plus. Is going to frustrate you to change the whole thing. Fake backgrounds only work if your video are like short, maybe 4 minutes to 10 minutes or thereabouts. So basically, use a clean background. Keep your backspace tidy. Maybe if it's your room you're using, or in this case a car, nobody's behind me and there isn't a clutter of anything. So okay, and you must not talk like me. Please ignore how I'm talking. I've always been talking like this from day one. So dress well. Okay, when coming before a camera. I said this in challenges part, and it's also a tool you need. If you look neat, if you look smart, people will take you more seriously. Okay, plenty enthusiasm. I know since I started this video, I've been like, honestly, you need this enthusiasm if you want to communicate. Okay, because if I'm not gonna watch you, you're like, YouTube. Nobody wants to watch that. Let's put life on it. Okay, even if I've been a little ridiculous and extra right now, but okay. About data, you know, basically you're starting, you need data. I've told you how I do it. You can find a variation that suits you. Tools, CapCut. CapCut is all I use. And then my iPhone camera, when maybe I crop a photo, or maybe I crop out a part of a video that maybe I want to use for the intro of my video before uploading directly as you get. So I try to keep things as simple as possible. And when you're looking for images, you know, sometimes in my stories, especially if you watch my shorts, you notice I use a lot of catchy images, you know, and especially in the ones I'm talking. I started that not too long ago. Found them on Pinterest. Copyright is still one of the things I have to study. There are other sites too. I used to download pictures from, you know, copyright free. You see them. Patience when you start a YouTube channel is a tool you actually need. You need to be patient. I've been doing this since September last year. And I haven't grown the way I want. Was it September, August? But I had my friend who started in September, and by December she was like monetized already. And I know that pained me, because I was like, but I work so hard. But then it also, you know, you need patience and humility. I had to look at her, look at what I'm doing, and I had to make adjustments, which is why I'm doing this kind of content today, because I'm now like, oh no, I just take the stories. But if it means showing up to teach people, maybe even at my stage, do it. A tool you need if you're starting a YouTube channel in 2024. Talk to people. This space is not as crowded as you think. Oh, talk to people. You might think everybody already knows a YouTube, everybody, but how consistent are the YouTubers they know? Personally, as a rule, on my Instagram, I don't like following celebrities. Like, I follow them from a distance in terms of, I admire them. Maybe once in a while, if I see their page, I would like. I mostly follow people with 100k subscribers and under, or 200k or 300, like nothing more than 500k, because I'm trying to stay within small communities, right? So that it's easier for me to reach out to those people for collabs, you know, like each other's posts, follow each other kind of relationship, than to aiming too high for people that have been on this for years and who knows what sacrifice they did. So if you're coming to them for help, they're eyeing you as part. Do you know what I did? You tell, at least come up somewhere. Let us stand on the same ground before you're asking me for this type of favor. I'm number 4 right now. Things that people also face, you know, when they're trying to start a YouTube channel. Editing videos takes so much time, and that's why I don't want to do this. If you're watching this video, you see that the editing is so half-baked. Mentor, I think she's been on YouTube for how many years now? She doesn't have an intro and outro. I think maybe because she mostly focuses on her podcasting. All she basically has is a thumbnail, and everything else is papa. And you need to see the views sometimes. 15k views, 40k views, as God may lead. So some of the things you're worrying about, people want your content, the heart of it, what's in it for them. They don't care about all those nitty-gritty things that you're so obsessed about. So please get out of your own head and do it. So the longest time it should take you as a beginner to edit your video is an hour or two max. It shouldn't take more than that. If it's taking more than that, you are doing something wrong. Don't focus on the editing, focus on creating the content. Use this principle, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Use the KISS principle. If they wanted blockbuster movies, they will go and watch it. They didn't come to your content for blockbuster. You know, most people are like, but I want to start out YouTube with a bang. I mean, when we're starting out YouTube, what do we start with? This is number 5 right now, like how to start a YouTube channel in 2024. For your first video, don't use channel trailers. For many of us, when we started podcasting, I mean, we started with trailers. That's because you use your trailers in marketing. Yeah, this is what the podcast is going to be about. Subscribe so when the first episode comes out, you can do that. If that's your intention for a channel trailer, fine. But most often, you want to create a first video. Do not use channel trailers, I beg you. And instead of channel trailers now, just do it in shorts. Do it as a form of shorts and introduce the channel. Do it in short, share it with everybody you know and say, please now follow the channel based on what the shorts is about. So instead of a channel trailer, start with a bam. Like Favor did a video when it's about, you know, she did a video on viral content ideas on YouTube. So I'm referencing her right now. And she's like, how-to video, start with like a how-to video. Right, maybe how to tell a good story, how to write a good hook, or you can start with a DIY, or you can start with an unboxing video. Start showing people what the channel is going to be about. Use the show don't tell principle in writing. And then the last thing that you need when starting a YouTube channel in 2024 is mindset. Start with long game in view. Don't start thinking, oh, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna quit. Remove the safety net. I'm always like that. If I want to do anything, I remove the safety net. I give myself this kind of room that I have no option but stay on this and make this work. And it's helped me. You get, because I don't get to go halfway and say, I'm tired, I want to turn back. Where am I turning to? I have to continue till I finish. You know, in as much as I always talk up a big game about, I don't read fiction, I don't read non-fiction, I listen to a whole lot of non-fiction. I mean, what occupies the most space on my phone is my podcast. Like, my podcast app, because, you know, I download a lot of podcasts, I listen to them, I try to. Sometimes I don't listen as fast as I want. It occupies me at over 6 gig on my phone. Like, just listening to podcasts that change my mindset, podcasts about business, about, how this is manifesting. I listen to a whole lot of non-fiction podcasts because I need it. You see this, you need self-development to keep at this. While we're showing up and looking like we're having all the fun, there's a whole lot going on behind the picture. Content creation is lonely. So reach out to as many people as you can. Collab from time to time. Don't say, I'm not going to reach out to these people unless they reach out to me. Reach out. It is fun. It's good for you. You get to make a human connection. Really important thing when starting a YouTube channel is your thumbnails and then your headlines. Right? Like your topics. If you go through most of my videos, I put in a lot of work in my headlines. It's dramatic. That their friends thought they hated each other, but found out they had a kid together. Just like, oh my God, scandalous. All right. So I have a lot of headlines like that I put a lot of work into, but there's actually a formula to it. If you've listened up until this point, let me know so that I make a video about it and teach you how, show you how. So this is the end, and thank you so much I'll see you in my next video.